Hey friends, just wanted to talk about what is possible. I personally would say everything's possible. So, from that framework that everything's possible, it is possible, and there is a next step, and it could be anything. So, think of something that you wish was different or you wish would change. Change is possible. It absolutely, in my experience, is possible. And sometimes the next step, if you could just ask the divine, what's the divine perspective on this thing or the situation, and have the divine tell you what the next steps are. Sometimes it would be wait, the perfect timing for that is going to come in 7 months from now. Sometimes it could be let go of needing it to show up a certain way. It could be forgive your dad. It seems unrelated, but trust me, that's the next step. Forgive your dad. It could be accept people's compliments and praise. Again, it doesn't seem related, but trust me, that's the next step for this. It could be anything. It could be go get a workbook on this topic and work through 30 different, maybe even not that many, 12 different journaling prompts. And this will help get the ball rolling, get things moving in this arena for you. It could be anything, but there is a next step and things are possible. And even when something is, oh, this is going to be really important to have this for this to be in your life for the next at least 22 years, there's still a next step, because then there is a lot that's possible around that, around acceptance, around seeing the gift of it, around harnessing the power that it's giving you, around seeing where it fits into your life. So from this framework that everything's possible, to work for your good and to be a net benefit for your soul. And there is a next step. If it's not already in harmony of like, yeah, I feel at peace about that. I feel in harmony with this being the way it is. If it's not there yet, there is a next step. And the next step is possible, and it can be received through intuition. And there is a divine perspective. I love it. Okay. So next, I wanted to share what it can feel like when something has felt not in alignment, and it's felt like you've already tried a lot of different things for it, or you've attempted doing a thing for it many times, and it didn't get it fully resolved. It maybe made a little bit of progress, or it didn't feel like it was making any progress, or it's just something that's been there for a long time, or it's something that a lot of people around you have also had, and so it doesn't even look like it's something that can change or transform in some way, and it just ends up being something that we don't have that much hope for, and it even just feels exhausting. The thought of giving any more attention to that thing that's been around for a while, that hasn't seemed to budge, feels heavy, that it's not going to move at all. So that stuff, I woke up this morning thinking of one of those things, and then counseling myself about, I know it's true. I know it's true that things can shift even when they seem really solid. I know it's true. I've seen it dozens and hundreds of times, and I can feel within me the truth about it, about this particular thing, but this particular thing hasn't made a lot of progress yet. Yet is also a cool word. But I want to just share that it can be so enlivening to be around other people about that thing, or just to be around other people. So for our own self, if we've attempted to work on this thing, or we've attempted to believe it could shift or change in some way, and we haven't seen much change, it's felt annoying, hard, or heavy, or scary, or painful, or traumatizing that it was even in our life in the first place, and we have reached the point of tired and like, I'm just not even gonna deal with it. That could lead to outcomes later and consequences that it needed to get addressed and I didn't do anything to address it, and it's just going to get worse later, and I'm going to have to deal with bigger outcomes, but I'm just too tired of trying to even give this any attention. It can be so massive to just be with other people who have transformed that thing, other people who are currently working on it, or other people who are working on totally different things and experiencing movement and transformation, or aren't even experiencing it yet, but are implementing and exercising true principles about change and transformation. This is why I love healing group space. Even just Facebook groups where people are implementing a variety of, who knows, any kind of different modality or approach or technique or skill or tool to create change. Just being in that space is so strengthening, and it adds so much energy that makes something that felt too heavy to look at, approach, like, okay, let's make a plan for this. Let's like put energy towards this to move it through its next steps. On our own, that could feel so heavy and like, ugh. Okay, after 1 minute of it, like, nope, I'm not going back. It's too much. Being with other people, we rise so much faster and easier. It's still work, it's still transformation, it's still effort, but it's so much. We rise so much faster and easier together. It's so true. I highly recommend getting involved in groups that are healing and growing and transforming, whether it be a handful of people that you know, whether it be a group that's all doing a healing program together, whether it be a Facebook group about healing, whether it just be two of your best friends that you message each other and celebrate the things that you're healing or learning. It adds so much. You can rise so much faster, and it's so much lighter when there are other people